Hey everyone, what is going on, man? Today we are talking about kind of a sad video, but not really. It's sad for me, okay? I just recently updated my MacBook, my 2014 one, the OG, to the 2015 MacBook Retina Pro, whatever you want to call it. And my last one I had, dude, I had that for like 2 years. It was my first MacBook. It was my first like actual decent laptop. And now like I had to put it, it's like kind of like when you get a divorce from somebody. Like I've never been divorced, but I'm sure some of you guys are watching have been. And it's like, it's kind of sad, it's bittersweet, you know. This is exactly how I feel. But I just got this like a week ago, and we're just gonna see how it holds up in 2018. So looking on the outside, it looks exactly like the 2014 MacBook Pro Retina I had before. Now I know it doesn't look as good as the newer MacBooks, but honestly I still think it looks beautiful. It's like my wife, you know, like I gotta take care of it. Even if she doesn't look good, she's still beautiful to me. I love the glow up Apple logo, but one thing I just love the most about this are the ports. It has 2 USB ports, 2 Thunderbolt ports, the Magsafe charger, an HDMI port, and the SD card slot. And for me, someone who makes videos and has to like constantly plug and play, and I kind of travel a lot, I hate bringing dongles and stuff with me. So having all those ports on a laptop is super important, especially when I'm traveling or I'm like going on a car ride and I need to quickly edit a video or something. It's just super convenient. And that's probably the greatest thing about this MacBook, you know. That's really the only reason I would go recommend this computer over other ones. It's just the amount of ports it has, and the MagSafe charger is awesome. Now this specific computer I have now has 256 gigabytes. 2014 MacBook I had before had 128, and this computer is super awesome and everything, but when I bought it, it was sent to me with macOS High Sierra, which really isn't stable for me in my opinion. I don't like it at all. I will have a separate video talking about it though, but I mean I loved Sierra though when I was on my MacBook, but now I mean I'll make a whole separate video about it. You guys will understand. Now I have been using this daily since I got it about 2 weeks ago, and besides the software problems, I didn't really run into any huge bugs. The battery life is pretty good. The screen is awesome. Overall speed and stability and everything is cool. I do notice one thing though, that it takes longer to export videos from Final Cut Pro. Now it might just be a Final Cut Pro problem and not necessarily a MacBook problem, but I just don't know yet. So I'm going to give it a little bit of time before I kind of dock it on points in terms of like the software versus like the hardware of what it has. But like I said, overall speed, going through apps and all that stuff, taking notes, programming, making music, editing videos, everything's fine. The MacBook gets super loud when I'm exporting videos, like I said. Now I'm not much of a gamer. I've never really gamed that much. I just play like my 3DS every once in a while. Even that, like I don't game at all. But when I do play like emulators and stuff like that, I think I talked about this in my last one. It works just fine. Like I don't really run into any problems. I do play some GameCube and PlayStation emulators, PS1 emulators, and both those run perfectly fine. So I don't think you'll run into many problems with gaming, light gaming. But you should not get this computer if you plan on playing like Fortnite at like 120 frames per second, overclocked, all that stuff. I would not recommend getting this for that. This is for like more of a casual gamer or a casual user of a computer. Now one thing I love about this computer that I didn't even think I was going to like was the Force Touch trackpad, and I never really thought it would make a difference. I just thought a vibration motor, that's super cool, whatever, but it honestly makes a difference. Like I don't use it for the Force Touch capabilities, like clicking on the word to get into dictionary or anything like that, but what I use it for is just being able to click it anywhere on the trackpad. On my 2014 MacBook, I can only click on the very bottom of the trackpad, but when I switch to the 2015 one, I can click anywhere. I can click in the top right corner, the middle of it, anywhere, because it's a motor and it registers that tap whenever I click it. And like I said before in my 2014 MacBook Pro Retina video that I made like a week ago, I did play with the newer MacBooks. Whenever I go to the Apple store, I mess with it and my friends have it, so I check it out. And maybe it is faster and maybe it's better overall and all that stuff, but I honestly can't say there's a huge difference between the two. Just know I wasn't comparing them side by side. You know, this isn't supposed to be a comparison, but I mean, this computer is perfectly fine. My needs are I wouldn't even say my needs are low. Like I kind of have to do a lot on my computer, and this computer seems to be working just fine for my needs. And I can only imagine that if you're like just a college student or you don't really need to have a really powerful computer, I think this computer is super awesome. Maybe even the 2014 one is more up your alley if you want to save some more money. And overall, if I could just sum up this computer, it just doesn't have a lot of cons. You know, there's not a lot of cons with owning a MacBook. Even a 2015 one, which, you know, is first of all isn't even that old. It's only 2 generations old. And all the problems I do have with this MacBook are software related, so I don't really have any hardware problems. So all the problems I have can be fixed with a software update. It's built like a goddess, okay? It looks super good. It has all the ports I need, and it has a ton of life left in it. I can't really complain about it. This is what I would say, and this is my outlook on every single thing I ever talk about. If you have an unlimited budget, you have someone else buying it for you, whatever the case is, then of course, get the newest MacBook. You know, it'll technically last you longer and it only makes sense to get it. But if you don't want to carry dongles, if you want to save a little bit of money and you want to get a MacBook, that'll suit your needs and still be kind of relevant, it has Force Touch trackpad, all that stuff, then this is a very good MacBook still. And guys, that is pretty much it. If you guys have any questions or anything, leave it down in the comment section below. I will try my best to read your comments or questions. I read every single comment. I usually don't respond though, I'll be honest. Hit that like button if you enjoyed it, but definitely hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get 40,000 subscribers by June and then 50,000 subscribers before that. So I need all the subscribers I can get. So it would really mean a lot if you guys could hit that. Check out the links in the description. My SoundCloud, all my stuff is down there. My second channel, all my websites. So I'd really appreciate if you guys could check it out. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. And hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.